Intellectual property is another name for intangible assets, those important assets that grow the value of your business, attract investors, and pique the interest of prospective purchasers, and allow you to build a legacy for your business. Would you like to learn how to grow your own portfolio of valuable intellectual property? In the next 4 minutes, I will reveal how you can create valuable property rights and intellectual property, multiply the value of your business, and rest easy knowing that your assets are protected. Hi, I'm Cheryl Hodgson. I'm an attorney. I'm host of the Brand Revolution podcast, the founder of BrandGate, and the author of Registered Trademark, the Business Owner's Essential Guide to Brand Protection. Intellectual property includes patents, trademarks, copyrights, trade secrets, and business know-how. Each is distinct, but closely related. Intellectual property serves three important purposes for your business. One, it helps you protect your competitive advantage. If you've developed some secret sauce for your business, such as a product formula, a business process, customer list, confidential information, content, these are all forms of intellectual property that give you a competitive advantage in the marketplace. The second is to grow your business value. Growing intellectual property helps you create assets which can be sold, licensed, or allowed to grow over time as your business grows. The third is risk management. Intellectual property signifies that you've thought about risk management in your business. Minimizing risk is a key aspect of due diligence when funding or purchasing a business. When you seek to sell your business, the value of your intangible assets and the extent of legal protection that you have achieved is an important concern for investors and purchasers. Your IP creates an air of legitimacy. It's also a means of defending rights and maintaining that competitive advantage. And certainly any investor or purchaser of a business wants to know that that competitive advantage still exists when they get involved with your business. And of course, there's the all-important trademarks that represent the goodwill you generate in the market. These are the words and symbols that the public comes to associate with your product or service as a result of their customer experience and the use of your products and services. Your brand and the trademarks that represent them becomes the means of distinguishing your product or service from those of your competitors. Trademark registration is the legal process of legitimizing your brand. So prospective customers aren't confused should they stumble across multiple brands with the same name or similar goods and services. A trademark registration serves as your brand's ambassador to the world, whose purpose is to generate goodwill for your business reputation in the market. In addition to making your brand legitimate, a trademark registration places the world on notice of the legality of your brand. That federal trademark also carves out your own safe space within which you can market your goods and services. Your brand becomes defendable against third parties who intrude on that safe space. And when it comes time to kick somebody out, you'll need that federal trademark registration to do so. Goodwill is much more than being liked and having a good reputation. Goodwill is actually an asset of your business. Goodwill is measured as the difference between the price paid to acquire a business and the value of the hard assets of that business. In short, goodwill represents the value paid for the intangible assets, namely the intellectual property, including your trademarks and your brand. Goodwill is a real asset, and it needs to be protected and cared for, just like the family jewels. If you'd like to learn more about how to grow your own portfolio of intellectual property and protect your brand assets, use the link below to schedule your own strategy session. And also, as a little gift, if you'll enter your name and email, you can grab a free copy of my guide to protecting your own trade secrets and confidential information. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.